going on? What's going on?
What's good with you?
This is
The Smoke Session. I'm Blaze Stack Up.
I'm Mills.
It's a podcast where we talk about sports, crypto, hip hop, whatever, But I guess today we're going to get right into these football losses. I don't want to say all the wins. I'm just point out who lost.
So. Look. We're going to talk about the biggest of the biggest right here. I had to put it on, that's my squad to the death, but still, that's unacceptable. Very unacceptable. But that's Baltimore. If you look at our history, no, I'm being dead ass, Blaze. Like if you look at our history, that's what we do. You know what I mean? We get big leads and we lose. You feel what I'm saying?
Were y'all home?
Home, yes.
Okay, someone was talking to me about that.
Yeah, we was home, and
hey, you said you were gonna talk to them about it. Just
oh yeah,
so
that's why I'm discussing it now because it's like that joint kind of crazy. Our record, I think it's like 10 losses in the last 2 seasons, up by like 14 points. I mean, up by 10 points or more.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, how you lose that many games? Got to be coaching. It got to be something. So, what I'm going to say is this.
How long did y'all have that coach? Not to cut you off. Just wondering.
He been there for a while now. I want to say 10 plus.
Okay, that's enough.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco in, 12?
Yeah, so Ray was there too.
Ray Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, so he was there with
Ray. He been there for a little bit.
He's part of the Ray Lewis era.
Yeah. He was a couple years with Ray, and Ed Reed and them. So
and Ed Reed,
yeah. Can't forget about my favorite player, Ed Reed. Shout out to my boy, one of the best safeties out, Hall of Famer. Y'all know the rest.
Remind me later. We'll talk about his college situation and all that, but go right back into the Ravens and how they just been 10 years straight. I guess you can say around or however.
It was 10
years straight,
but the last 2 seasons. They had 10 games.
10 games, that's what it was. Not
when it was up by 10 or more points after halftime and lost.
All right.
So, that being said, that's unacceptable. We know that. And I'm going to make the prediction now. We'll be in the playoffs. We might even get a number 1 seed. Hopefully we do. But then again, I'd rather we don't because we don't play good at home. So, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But Baltimore will be in the playoffs. Baltimore will be a team that will compete. Now, if they can win it all, we'll see. But we got to definitely clean up a lot of things, especially giving up leads. I can't blame it all on Lamar or I can't blame it all on the defense, but I can blame both. Completely because defense didn't show up. Lamar threw 2 picks. So what I'm gonna say is get y'all shit together.
And 2 picks did hurt us too.
Yeah, it hurt us. It hurt us bad. So y'all get y'all shit together. We'll see Cincy Thursday night in Baltimore. We'll see if they show up.
What do you think on that game? What are you gonna run with? Are you gonna bet on that game, or are you gonna let it go and just enjoy watching that game?
Well,
and bet on the other game. Now it is a Thursday, like you said, right? So
it's Thursday.
You might play that night.
I usually don't bet on the games, but I will be being in tune with it. You know what I mean?
That's all you need to do is just enjoy watching it. Call it a day.
I mean, once in a blue moon, I will bet on a Ravens game, but they haven't really. They've been good this year, but
with a mixture of some NBA or something, if you end up, I don't know who's playing that night.
I would do a prop bet. Now that's totally different from betting on the Ravens. You know what I mean? I'd definitely do a prop bet with Lamar or something or Flowers or something, or Gus Edwards anytime touchdown, something like that. I do. I'm sorry, I just don't outright bet. Spread or anything like money line with the Ravens because I feel like sometimes that's a little bad luck and all types of shit we do with betting. But I don't want the Ravens to be locked in. I want to be focused and not be paying attention to my team. So see what flaws and what they doing, and they got a lot of flaws they need to fix by Thursday. Since he coming to town, they lost, so they gonna be upset and they gonna need that just like we gonna need to win.
And to the people new to betting, like you said, if you don't want to just bet on your team, I know that you sometimes just want to watch. A lot of Eagles fans don't really like to bet on their team too much for them. Got a game, but do a prop bet. You feel me?
Yeah,
enjoy that.
Prop bets is cool.
LaMelo Ball, they lost yesterday. Sad, it killed me. He had 32 points though.
Right.
Prop bets can kind of make you. You know, you like you're a team player. You want your team to win, but that's where you can sit there and root for the player of that game. So LaMelo lost, but in damn near in the half of the game, I was already excited, feeling like a winner because he had 6 boards. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had. So keep that in mind. You don't always got to go for the game. Do like he said, put a prop bet in. You know, so.
I mean, it has ruined my Sunday. You know, it did ruin my Sunday for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, mine
shit ruined my Sunday for sure. Cause you up 14 after halftime. You know, where in the world you should lose. So.
Only thing that might save you is if you mess around and win that bet. Win that ticket that day, and then you take a loss. So
right, that'll make me happy.
That's usually sometimes why some people say, all right, well, even my team lost, I'll do a ticket, and hopefully that hits or whatever. Or like you said, do the prop bet. That way, the team lose, you could still be a winner. You know what I mean? But
whatever.
Like you said, you do want your team to win, though. That's the whole key thing. So
that's the most important thing. You want your team to win, but if you can make some bread doing that too, look. Look, if you bet on your team, if you want to, look, I ain't telling you not to. I just don't, because I like to stay locked in on the game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Really watch that.
But yeah, do your thing. You know what I mean, let me know. I've been asking for picks. You know what I mean, because we need something. We need something.
And it's also another team that lost. I know that hurt a lot of people. Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh man,
that was a rough one.
Yeah.
And going even into the NBA.
Well, let me ask you this.
I know.
Or is CJ Stroud like that?
I guess that's a good question. Y'all let us know in the comment. You know.
Let us know. That's gonna be a question. You know what I mean, and we need answers. CJ Stroud like that then, because he beat up on 2 teams. 3 teams so far. Last week I think he had like 5 touchdowns against the Colts maybe. I forget who they played. But he definitely did his thing on that. But last week was Cincy.
And not to take away from him, but Cincy been doing pretty bad for the past games, I think.
Well, they was on a winning streak.
It was Cincy?
Yeah, they cleaned it up. They cleaned it up.
They
cleaned it up.
This all season was looking a little crazy, so it was like...
Yeah, they started off 0-3, won a few games. So they look like the old Cincy, but that's what we going to have to see, because I know since he was in the bowl a couple years ago, so everybody predicting them in KC again. So we gonna have to see about that, because I think Baltimore can get there. We just gotta play better. That's all.
Exactly.
You know?
Nah, that's all.
And then got a lot of weapons. You see O'Delly out there doing his thing.
Mm-hmm. That was a perfect pick, man. Just let him lock in, settle in. I watched him on the Rams just come out of nowhere, end of the season, and do some shit in the Super Bowl, and then get MVP, or did he get the MVP?
Well, he got hurt. I'm sure he would have. Let's put it like that.
Doing good as hell, got like 2 touchdowns. So
already, and it wasn't even.
He played all season, so when they counted most on the biggest stage, he's never gonna be scared to do something.
Oh yeah,
and get the ball and make a big play. So that's your guy. If it's 4th and 1 second left in the game, you're down. Odell wants the ball, and he's gonna try his best. NBA, we'll get right into that.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, man, the Clippers lost. It was a rough loss. They should not have lost, but they lost. What was that? The Grizzlies.
Grizzlies?
Pretty sure they lost to Memphis. Yeah. And I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But I know the Denver Nuggets lost. Denver Nuggets lost to the Rockets. I don't know what happened on that one. But just make sure 1 second.
Yeah, we making sure these teams is.
I don't want to be giving y'all the wrong. Yeah, they lost to the Clippers. They lost to the Grizzlies 105 to 101. And that goes back to what we say about this. Is there such thing as defense in the NBA anymore? The Pistons can beat you because if you ain't going to outscore them that day, you just ain't going to outscore them.
Right.
The Rockets won I think it was like around the same type of scoring, 104 to 107, something dumb like that, 105 to 107. Rockets just outscored them that day.
Yeah.
Maybe they was off. Joker and them was only able to give you 105 and not 120 that day. Because they probably would have won 120 to 107. Then it would just look like they blew them out when really they didn't. It's just they just outscored them. You know what I'm saying?
I think they don't. One is they're not really playing no defense, and it's a scoring league. You know what I mean? Everybody will score. So
It's crazy.
I don't think nobody just, you know.
Hornets lost. When they lost, it was like 120 something, like 107 or something. You know what I mean? So the reason they lost, they just couldn't score enough. LaMelo had 32, but everybody else on the team just had under 12 damn near. It's crazy.
Whoever can get to 100 first, huh?
So it's like whoever can outscore you, you know what I mean? Whoever's team, that's why you get them 3 stars. You get 3 stars and give you 30 apiece.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You got 90 right there, then the role players just fill in. You know what I'm saying? You get one of the nice role players that can give you 20 sometimes or 17. Like the Clippers, they're losing right now because their star players are giving you 19, 17, 16, and 13. So you can't really do nothing. And then the other guy off the bench that might do something, give you 17.
Right.
But you need some 30s in there. So like
Definitely
LaMelo Ball right now, 32. Nobody else is getting nowhere near 20 on the team. Hopefully, Brandon Miller gets healthy. He sprained his ankle. He was 5 for 7 or 5 for 6 from the field with 11 points.
Who that, the young bull?
Yeah, number 24 rookie for Charlotte. Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then we lost. So
damn. Was he hurt before that? Because I ain't seen him on.
You know what's crazy? He kind of was like seeming like a starter, getting flashes. Then he would rotate in a lot. He started giving like a lot of off the bench work, but he's definitely a key player to me. Like we need him. He's going to move into the starting role. He hits threes like it's nothing right now. I'm surprised he's not starting every game. The thing is, if Gordon Hayward don't play, he's starting.
He's starting, okay.
And then if like PJ don't play, he's gonna start. Yeah, he's already like 6'7", 6'8". You know what I mean? And he has a chopper. He'd really be out there. But he's thin, but he gonna gain his weight. So
yeah, they always do.
He's definitely a great small forward. He's a great 2 and a small right now that we can use. And then Miles would have been here. He would have been perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Miles Bridges, he definitely fucked that one up.
That puts a lot of pressure on them stars. Start putting double teams on them, triple teams. So. But off of them, like I said, that was just the games really. The Clippers and the Denver Nuggets that lost. So that was a guarantee. I could say at least 70% of the world that were doing straight up bets on that game definitely lost that one. And people were not going with the Rockets over Denver, and people weren't going with Memphis over the Clippers, knowing that I think Memphis, weren't they just having a losing streak?
I'm sure they was.
So, yeah, so no Derrick Rose too, but it is what it is.
No Derrick Rose, no
no Morant.
No Morant.
It's crazy.
So I mean, boy got a situation over there, huh?
Yeah, man.
Smart.
How you feel about even that, but how you feel about Harden?
Yeah.
Marcus Smart, I don't want to say it like that, but I kind of had a feeling he was going to go through his situation anyway. He was kind of just enough. That's where people don't value them key players. I don't want to say key players, but good role players on the team.
Yeah. Like
the Celtics. He was perfect for that team. He would wear the green hair, do what he had to do. He was a part of that organization. He would get wins. He was tough. He'd do the little, get good enough games when they were needed. But he was never like a consistent give you over 9 points guy. Like he'd fuck around and give you 9 points in the game, 8 points in the game. Like he'll do some shit like that.
Right.
Give you 2 threes and call it a day. Like
hit some big shots.
But then he'll come out there and give you a 15-point game. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. But he can do that with Tatum and Brown.
Yeah.
You can't do that shit when Ja Morant was your Tatum and Brown. Now you taking his position just to what? That's like Smart taking Tatum or Brown's spot. It's not working. So.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like him going over there. It just wasn't the fit. You know what I mean?
You know? I don't think so either.
And I think even when you see what's happening in Boston, it's not as clean as it was. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, the Sixers is number 1.
Yeah, Sixers number 1. Boston lost to the Sixers a couple of days ago. So obviously, Sixers is in a little better situation without James Harden. Back to him.
Yeah,
we said that. I don't know if we said that, but I said that for sure that James Harden wasn't gonna last in Philly,
Mm-hmm.
and we might have both said, I don't want to put words
No,
in
I
your
actually,
mouth. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree with you because I almost think I said, I don't know if he was going to last, but I was pushing to the point we should have tried to keep him there and work with it. I'm not saying obviously we see it wasn't that really much of a difference because
Right.
it shows it's all him.
Yeah.
But going back to what you were saying, yeah, like you said, yeah, you were saying because I didn't fully say that was probably mostly you, so I'm giving you the credit for it.
I probably said that when he first got traded there. I'm like, James Harden is James Harden. We know who James is. He'll show up through the regular season, give you some good stats, and he might pop off a few games in the playoffs, like he did. Give him 40 a couple nights. Yeah, that's what James does. But if you want him to be a consistent 40 and 30, no, James don't do that. James ain't that type of person. James. I mean, he likes strip bars and strip clubs and hanging out with little baby and shit like that. That's James Harden. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta recognize who y'all talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So look, if he did it in where he started off at Houston, when he started having fun.
Yeah,
Houston started.
Where he started all his fun and being a starter. Yeah,
I mean,
Houston,
being James, and then
who
Brooklyn, and then Philly. That nigga's a magnet for the strip club. Boy, he'll find one.
You know it's crazy because once he came to Philly, everybody joked about it. Right. Like you knew he was going to do it, right? They were joking before because they just knew that's what James did when we're in Philly. James gonna be James. He went right to the shit. Right. They found him right in there. There was times the nigga didn't come to the game, I think, when Doc, and they said, didn't Doc tell him he didn't have to go for the playoffs? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, go do what you want to do and then come back. Because Dennis Rodman did it. Dennis Rodman went hard, nigga.
Right. Yeah. Dennis Rodman did his thing.
Dennis Rodman was a different type of person where you couldn't even tell him to go do it because they had to go get this nigga one time because he forgot he was out there just doing it. Forgot what he had to be doing. Right. Like, just let Dennis. Dennis is so locked in being Dennis that you gonna get Dennis. Some people are like that. Like, some people are so shot out, you just let them be them because when they come out to play the game, they gonna play how they play. You know what I mean? But that's not James. Like you said, going back to what you said, the nigga had 40 points. They said right after that, the next night, nigga had 9. Right. And then his attempts, he didn't even shoot 10 times or 13 times.
Like he did the night
Stars
before.
go for 20 shots a game minimum.
Right.
You want to go 11 for 17 like a LeBron, you got to go 11 for 17 with 3-pointers made. You know what I'm saying? You might leave with 32. And then you know what's crazy? You're looking, y'all probably just won, but the other team didn't even score 100, really. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. James... You see why y'all losing now. You brought that shit over there to Clippers. You're saying, oh, yeah, I need a couple, like 10 games to, get it under my feet. I didn't get no off season or nothing like that. I got to get my, get my feet under me and learn the, new system and all that, man. At the end of the day, you're giving us 17 points like you always did. And it's not going to fly because there's a sister going down now. So he's 17-3-3, 17-4-4. But you got Westbrook on the team now. Westbrook, he's going to get about 5 to 6 of them assists now every time. So it's like, you're not giving us Westbrook. And that too, they're trying to force that like they do. But Westbrook knows, like, nigga, you just came to my team again. Honestly, I really wouldn't have cared if you were someone else. Now, Paul Jordan was hyping it up. He did have a John where he said, yeah, who is the best player on their team on the cover on defense? And I respect it. I like how Paul's already thinking because he knows. No, some people are keeping it real. Fuck that. We ball. It's Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Let's keep it real with ourselves. Who the fuck could cover us at our best? Who they gonna put their best man on? Because pretty much what he's saying is we're gonna have James open now, Westbrook, and this nigga. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, yeah, James open only gonna give you 17 points maybe off the wing. Right. They showed this shit on Brooklyn. The nigga got the ball. He hesitated to shoot it, and then he passed that bitch all the way over to one boy's head and hit the announcer's joint. You ain't see that? Mm-hmm. Nigga's crazy. That just happened. So they saying he already getting nervous in big games. And I think they said that was a game after he did okay. They lost, but he did get pretty good. And nobody was out there playing when he really, too. Some of them niggas were sitting out. So when they do that load management, James ain't doing enough regardless by himself to give you the win, whether he does good or not. And before he left, he said he's not a system player. I am the system.
Look. I don't pay attention to them Bulls, man. I let them talk, man, because they nutty. But I already knew he was nutty, so.
Well, the crazy thing is Paul isn't too bad.
Nah, Paul George straight.
But it goes back to that one guy, and James Harden just is really exposing himself. He's turning into the nuisance. You don't get traded that many damn times.
Nah, you don't. That's for sure.
And the dude that's who's the owner for the Sixers now?
Owner?
I said Bill Murray.
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, yeah,
GM.
Yeah, so like he was always, that was his boy and shit, I guess.
You know who owns the Sixers? The owner of the Redskins.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
That's not the same dude that's
Josh Harris, his name is.
Oh, all right. Now that's the GM is the dude that so he racist. The owner of the original Redskins, you saying?
No, I said the Redskins. Oops.
The Commanders.
Okay,
so all right. So yeah, he might be cool.
Sorry,
now that might be cool because they switched that. Yeah. I was just wondering because if he was the original owner of the Redskins.
Yeah, he definitely racist. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like fuck AI can do it itself. I get it now. I'm like nah, but other than that, the dude they got now, the GM, that was his dude. But he made sure every chance, like, I'll give you what you want. But in the long run, he comes up.
One thing, sorry to cut you off, but one thing I have to back James on is if you promise me some bread or whatever the case may be, I need my parts. That's the only thing I can agree with Bull about. So if he say, I don't think James Harden's a liar either.
Yeah, no, you're right.
What he got to lie for?
You're right.
You feel me? You owe me bread. You owe me bread. You say you gonna trade me. You say you gonna trade me. You
now, how would you feel about this? Because this is some real shit, and I agree with you 100%. So we'll say, how would you feel if I'm your nigga now, and you promise me that bread, and I'm your nigga, but I'm not producing the way I need to produce, but then you're like, we could get some niggas and still keep you, Blaze. And we want to keep you. And people saying, you're almost saying we want to get rid of your ass because you ain't doing it. But we can keep you now. Our main nigga too, a B, like you my nigga Blaze, but a B was here. You wasn't here. I had to do my business myself. Happy to have my friend here now, but my main nigga want to leave because he ain't comfortable with how you playing and producing. So what do you? Now he wanted to give me a cut. Do you think that's kind of somewhat fair? And then
only thing I could say is this. If we was friends and I promise you something, that's what it is. I have to deal with the repercussions with my boss later. But if I promise you something, then that's what it is. If I promise anybody something, that's what it is. If I gotta go back on it with him and owe him some more bread, all right, cool. But this was all a deal for you to come here, make it work. And I'm sure James said, all right, well, if this don't work, either you could trade me or just pay my little bread on the side. Because, he took a pay cut. You feel what I'm saying? So I know he was like, all right, well, I'll give you that back. I mean, boom. Don't even worry about that. We try to get some people around. We going to make it work. Saying that old smooth shit you want to hear. I ain't trying to hear that, nigga. I want my bread. So in that case, I feel him on that. The way he did it, it's like Ben Simmons.
I agree with that 100%.
So we don't do all that. That's that new generation shit. James, you too old for that. You feel what I'm saying? So.
But I do agree with what you said with that. My whole thing is now is like, James, would he have had to come back and play? Or would he sit on the bench and stay at the joint? Like, what do you think he should have did?
I think he should have played.
Yeah, all right. And just said, now every press conference when I'm balling out, talking about shit, I'm going to say some shit, fuck the Sixers. I want my money. But I'm out here.
Nigga. I'm dropping 30 on niggas. Yep. Press conference, John.
Show them niggas I'm the system.
I'm going to be combing my beard. What y'all want to talk about? But I'm dropping 30.
Not like that. It's a mindset thing. I know how this guy plays basketball, how he carries himself in any sport. Hard, and that's how you are when you're in your bag. But that's the mindset. We know you don't fully have all around. And that's why when playoff Harden kicks in, you play how you play. But then when season Harden kicks in, you're the best practice-looking player in the world. That's how you handle this situation. It showed your mindset ain't fully locked in all the way. You could have really been on your Harden shit, been a killer still, went out there, like he said, produced, but then still talked your shit. Daryl Morey is a liar, everything, but played. Now you sat out, then had the nerve, when you realized shit got real, wasn't going your way, you tried to show up to training camp, and now sad because you was like the nigga that they said, yeah, you can't come with us in the bus. They was doing shit like that. The hard, like you was really trying to show up all of a sudden because you know, yeah, nigga, that's that's a job, and that Sports Center niggas wasn't calling you trying to get that trade. Notice every trade was low as fuck if they was finessing for that trade because they knew you were
no
not the guy.
offense, look who you got for him.
Exactly.
Batum, Robert Covington, stop. I'm not trying.
It's crazy because I'm surprised the Sixers
did that right.
I think the Sixers still kind of took a weird little loss.
Oh, they took a definite loss. That
because
was a loss.
I feel like I could shop what I got more. If I was the Clippers still, like I can still sell Harden to somebody for more than them other niggas. No disrespect, but this.
I don't even think they got a starter for him.
I ain't get no starters. I ain't get a name that I'm going to go to none of them games. I'm not going to the Sixers game to watch none of them niggas I just seen. I'm not going to Sixers game to watch none of them niggas. Let alone I'm not buying none of their jerseys. Just keeping it G, and I don't think none of y'all are too. So my thing with the Harden thing is I would have just got rid of just Harden. I'm not a PJ Tucker fan. I haven't talked about PJ as much ever in my life until he became the 76ers.
And that's facts.
So I can say I fuck with PJ. He's entertainment. Every entertainer ain't the best. Some guys, are sad to say, you're gonna laugh at them. I'm not saying I'm the best fan of PJ. I'm not saying I want to make fun of PJ, but I'll tell you this: if PJ shoots it, I actually get excited. If PJ makes the shot, I'm going to get excited. So I want PJ to shoot more. My whole thing is I would have kept PJ, even for defense or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then because you didn't really have to get rid of PJ and James Harden for anybody else. James was going to go regardless.
Oh yeah, he was.
I felt like the Clippers flexed that on them niggas. Like, nah, we want that nigga in, and y'all going to do it because he's a nuisance, and y'all really don't need PJ that much anyway. But nah, yeah, at the end of the day, Sixers could have kept PJ.
Yeah. And
just had all that. You know what I mean? Then used all that for another trade with PJ if you wanted to. But right. I wouldn't have traded PJ with my Harden deal. Like, for just that. Yeah. I would have got some shit for that. They would have gave me somebody.
Yeah, you would definitely have to come up with some players. You feel what I'm saying? Like a
Reggie Jackson or somebody.
Norman Powell.
Somebody.
Powell.
He got a name.
What?
A little name.
Yeah.
I need little names
was a
at least.
Man over there in Toronto. Started a lot of games for Toronto before he went to the Clips.
You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit of niggas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That take Mason Plumlee and a whole bunch of niggas. I just took so many niggas from them niggas and some real draft picks. But I don't know. So really, me personally, I don't think PJ. Because now PJ is kind of fucked up. With PJ's over there sitting on the bench. He was a starter in 76ers.
Yeah, PJ. Yeah, he was tough.
PJ, y'all know he was a part of that Harden trade, and that's fucked up what they did to Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose and everybody when they all went to play with LeBron on Cleveland. They got them on, got rid of all of them, just like they did the young bulls on the Lakers. And I feel like that's what PJ just went through. They got Harden. PJ was in the mix. They said, yeah, you can go right with that nigga. We just don't like how none of this is looking. Because PJ, they could have rocked out with PJ. Even if like, yo, go on the bench or we'll trade you later. But I think Harden should have got traded by his fucking self.
Yeah, he was a waste of a...
They should have did that to him to let him know we don't want you at all. Like, you're you. They traded that nigga in a package deal with PJ, and then it's like, I don't know. It's cool that we doing better anyway. So, the Sixers doing better, but
it looks like they play more team basketball. That's all, faster. But that Oubre John is gonna hurt a little bit because he was dropping buckets.
You heard what happened to Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
I hope he good, but I heard he got hit by a car.
Philly, huh?
What shit is that? Hope it wasn't James Harden.
What?
One of his niggas. That's what I was thinking, honestly. You know, he was fucking with
James. You think James was out here?
He was fucking with his girl. That's what they said PJ did. You heard about that?
Wait, PJ?
You heard about PJ?
No.
Oh, this is the story. James Harden was on the Sixers. They pick up PJ. Hornets is dumb as shit for even sending it. I mean, they picked up Kelly Oubre. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
He got hit by the hard car.
Yeah.
Kelly Oubre we get rid of this nigga, the fucking Sixers. But long story short, he goes over there and ends up fucking with James Harden's ex-wife. Acts like he's cool with James Harden and everything, but long story short, fucking with his ex-wife or whatever. So they end up pretty much not fucking with each other. That's why that trade fully just really went down. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Sixers knew that, right?
Yeah, and you know the locker room now. You know how they play, so they all sitting there looking at him like fuck him, and they embracing Kelly Oubre over there. So yeah, it's getting bad. And you hear Kelly Oubre got hit by a car. I feel it. What kind of shit is that? Yeah, that was one of James Harden's niggas.
That's one of his niggas.
Yeah, man.
My bad.
No, you good.
Send this real quick. Damn. I know the Mavs is alright. Man, winning some games, so we'll see how long we can do that. Stay healthy. You know, that's always the main thing. But basketball's still early. I mean, so teams are still trying to get, you know, they lineups right. If they didn't have them right before, you know, training camp and shit like that, injuries.
You know what's got them going crazy though? That in-game tournament though.
Yeah, I heard people not.
They're balling.
Really,
Some people are balling out. Like they got I know like you said, there's injuries and stuff like that. So LaMelo was out there by himself, and that loss made them get in the second place in the tournament in their section where they were, but they was in first place. So people was going hard in them Jones, like trying to really win because each game don't count for that tournament. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like at certain days. So I think like Saturday they showed is about to come back and count. So like each day, each like maybe certain weekends or something, maybe really having it count for them games. A couple of weekdays maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's something different they doing. I don't know when the championship of that is, but that's gonna be hot because people gonna definitely go hard. They want and they win $500,000.
It's all about money.
That's what LeBron said. So they want that bread. And that's another thing. Yeah, LeBron, the Lakers. That's why they playing like that. Like people really trying to win that little tournament. So, or they probably load management off for them Jones for them games now. Like you know what I mean. So
I know. NBA's making money. And guess what? The players gonna be making money.
Too much money.
And that's the goal. So
they say they see, they make more than NFL because you can see their faces. So and it's real. So like when you look at that person, like you see that's Ben Simmons and the spot or this guy or
right
LeBron. You see Dak. I mean, thank God you know what Dak and them look like, and they get more of the publicity because if you wanted to see like a lineman in the NFL or a cornerback, you wouldn't know. Oh, that's that bull, but you would know probably. Oh, that's Kelly Olynyk. That's the minivan. You can see niggas like him because you see that's PJ Tucker. Like what? Like they getting.
Niggas said
is that Pat Bev? Like niggas like them actually can get seen.
Yeah,
and
you right.
You'll know who the fuck he is. That Eric Snow, but you won't know who fucking. You might know who Travis Kelce is, but you might not know who Jason is like that. And thank God they showed Jason so much, but you won't know the other four niggas that sit next to Jason and the tight end. Sad to say.
Got her.
You know what I'm saying? You'll know who Travis is, but you won't know who got it because Travis is fucking with that girl. What's that girl? Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? So. You get seen and you got this connection with this guy, they market him better. So, but the NFL, they got to really market the hell out of you to get your face seen. Because you want to take that helmet off in a commercial or something. Right. Or they want to
see the State Farm commercial with Patty.
You know what I'm saying? So, you see Andy Reid a little bit. You better all be in a coach in the NFL because they don't see you on that sideline. But as I said, the NFL, like, them people get paid, but they ain't get paid like them NBA players. They see them. But one thing I say about the NFL roster, it ain't nowhere. I mean, NBA roster ain't nothing like an NFL roster. The NBA's got practice squads and all that, but I know the NFL is deep.
And they got a practice squad.
You got to pay a lot of niggas on the NFL. So
53-man roster.
Man, they're gonna pay a lot of niggas that ain't gonna play ever. So I'll be saying some shit to these niggas if we losing. I'm gonna cut all y'all niggas. I don't need nobody that's not playing. This one, fuck a sideline. You get injured. I'm gonna have 2 backups, maybe. That's it. I ain't doing this shit. I'm gonna have 2 quarterbacks. One of them niggas go down, the other one gotta got to do it. And if he don't do it, that's it.
That's it. Call it a day.
Game one with the third one anyway. We might just hang it up. Man, that nigga shit. I'm gonna get a nigga fresh out of high school. Like that nigga, you wanna play that? Get the worst kid that you know wasn't gonna make it to the league. Like, come on, go play for the Bears. Go play for the Bears. Man. He be the third string. You get it. You gotta be at every game though. You got no money for you too. But you will be on the team. You get a Madden game, you're in there.
Right. Rating 69. The worst.
But I don't know, man. Crypto's going down by the dip. Other than that, roll one,
light one, pull one.
All that good shit. Shout out to Lobos. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be safe, man. Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.